Thank you for joining in, and for today's video I'm going to be talking about some higher end watercolor supplies. I recently did a beginner's video, so if you are interested in that, you can check that out as well. And I thought it would be fun to do the higher end version as well. So today, well, first up, I'm going to talk about some of the watercolor paper. And some of the higher quality papers that I have personally used are the Arches I really liked and the Winsor Newton. I have one small sample right here of the Arches, and I wanted to, let's see if you can see the thickness there compared to, this is cheaper paper. This is the Paul Rubens, but it is good quality. It's just not nearly as thick as the Arches. And even as a comparison, you can listen and how wobbly this paper is. And then this is the Arches. This barely moves. To how flimsy this one is. How flexible. This Arches is very, very thick paper, which is why it's so expensive. But if you're doing commissioned work and you're a professional artist, I definitely recommend the higher quality paper. And Winsor Newton is a little bit cheaper than the Arches, with still really good quality. I have this small journal here for some samples. Let's see. Again, I know it's hard to see the thickness on camera, but even to the touch, you can just tell that this paper is so much heavier, and the quality is really there. It's really, really nice. I have a cold press here because I like the texture, and you can see how well the color is really handled on this paper. So those are two of my top papers for the higher end watercolors. And up next here, I'll talk about some brushes. And I do, my little holder here, I have quite a few. I have a few from, these are really popular, the Princeton Neptune series. So I have a bunch of different sizes. I have the 12, the 4, this little tiny 0, it's for details, the little eyelash brush. I have this one, it's 1/2 inch. A lot of people call that like the cat's tongue brush. This is good for leaves. And then I have, let's see, this is from the Princeton brand. It's just a different series. This is a small dagger brush with that angled side there. This one, the handle is really nice on it. It's a very like smooth finish. And then I have also the size 8 as well from the Neptune. I'll try to, let's see, so you can get a comparison. There's the 8 and the 12. And there's an 8 and the little 4. Okay, so I have quite a few of those. And then I have these two are from the Princeton Neptune series as well. This is the 1/4, And then the 3/4 is the bigger one. This one I love for backgrounds. This will get you a very smooth, even wash. And then this is my most expensive brush at the moment. I just purchased this from Jackson's Art. This is one of those silver black velvet brushes, the 300S. And I bought the size 8. The size 8 there. And if you're just starting out, of course you don't have to buy as many brushes. These were acquired over some time. Here's the packaging too. Some of those brushes I bought off Amazon and the rest are from Jackson's Art. But these come in a set. This brush is very nice. Of course, you don't need to buy as many brushes. You can certainly get by with just a size 8 or a size 6. Here's the 2/8 side by side. I think this one, the tip is a little bit nicer. And then you can just have, you know, a bigger brush for some larger areas. The size 10 is also nice. I just don't have that one. And then again, you can have like a bigger brush for your washes. So you can certainly get by with 2 or 3 brushes. But if anyone was interested, I have an affiliate link with Jackson's Art. You can save 10% off any of your brushes or paints, and the link is always in my description. And moving on to some of the actual paints. And again, I know that there are so many watercolors out there. I said in my other video as well, I'm only talking about paints and, you know, tools that I've actually personally used. I know a lot of people rave about Daniel Smith and a few other brands that are a little bit higher end. And today I'm going to be talking about Schmincke because I've used them quite a bit and I have a few different things. I'll show it. This is the cover right here, and again, I got mine from Jackson's Art. I like how that little flap here, it stays up and it doesn't sag, so that's a really good thing too. And there's 12 colors in this set. And I wanted to explain that, yes, these are expensive, but if you know how to use your colors and blend properly, you really don't have to go out and buy like a humongous set full of like 24 or 36 colors. You can save yourself a lot of money. These are like the basic swatches from the colors just straight. There are 2 layers here, so you can see the intensity of them. I noticed that the Schminckes really do dry a little bit lighter, which is it's just fine, but you can, I just wanted to show that you can get them a little bit deeper too, obviously just layering them. But these are all the colors I made myself just by mixing. So we have a little bit of like the blue and red together, and then this was the deeper like phthalo blue and green mixed together. That's a really pretty color. And then the brighter green with a little bit of brown for a nice olive tone there, and then going a little bit reverse, just more blue in with the red, and it'll give you that like a really deep like purplish blue. This is really pretty too, with like the red and the orange mixed together. That's a nice bright vibrant color. And also playing with some like fun pastel colors, because I noticed that the white in here was so like milky and creamy. So I made some of these, like I said, fun pastel colors. These are really fun too, like a peach and a minty color. So you can definitely experiment with that depending on which set you buy. And also from Schmincke, I have some of these concentrated drops that are really fun to use. I only have 2 colors. I have the indigo, which is really nice, and what is this? This is ruby red. And watered down, this is like a nice like hot pink color too. So I definitely recommend the Schmincke brand. Again, this is the Horadam set. This is the professional set. They also have a student line too. I think it's the Academy it's called. But anyways, there are some, tips and tricks with that to mixing your own colors so you can save some money too. And you can feel free to leave a comment down below if you would like to see a video on how I made all of these colors so you can do it yourself. You can leave a comment down below and thumbs up this video so I know to make that video. And also, I don't have any to show right here, but I will talk about them a little bit. I have used Winsor Newton in the past, and they are an excellent brand. Of course, their student grade is the Cotman, which I also showed in my beginners video, but I have used their professional line as well. I've never used the little pans. I've had the tubes a very long time ago, but they were really, really good. Quality was good. Colors are very vibrant, so I guess they would be the 2 brands that I would recommend personally that I've used, is the Winsor Newton and the Schmincke. But thank you so much for watching. I hope some of this information helped you, and you can be sure to like the video and subscribe and stay tuned for more.